All right, let's take a play. Take a look at this play here. Pretty good float serve to start off with. I mean, the technique's good. Just keep it out of the middle. Obviously, it's a little bit too high, but the jump serve is. The jump float is pretty good. Usually can jump float pretty well. Just make sure we're serving 5 to area 5. That's probably the most effective. If you look at all the World League stats and the Olympic stats and World Championship stats, the 5 to 5 float serve actually is the most point scoring serve compared to all other serves, compared to ratio of errors to aces to points scored off of it. So 5 to 5 is kind of where you want to go for them. This is kind of just straight ahead. Doesn't really do a whole lot of deception. Good play here, obviously. Jaren's kind of stepping in. Be stopped. I know he's giving a tip, but still be stopped. Because you may have to make a more dramatic play than you think here. I mean, if you were just stopped, you could have just walked underneath this ball, but you guessed to the right, he tipped to the left, you made a nice one-handed back. Peter, go up and just throw this with one hand. Like, see this play develop? Just go up and throw it with one hand. Or set it faster. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, you could have gotten a point off that. Alright, we're resetting. Colin, you're in too early on the jump. So you kind of stop and hesitate, and then you get really no vertical on the jump. Roan, get close to the guy here. I mean, there's this huge seam here. Look at this seam. Middle back obviously needs to be back further. I mean, you're standing right behind the block. If they bury this seam, and they just bury this and crush this every single time right here, you have my permission just to rip at Roan. I mean, literally, this is not... We can't dig this ball, so don't get into bad habits of going in and filling this spot when the middle blocker should be doing his job and blocking that ball. There's just no chance of digging that. Maybe you get one lucky, but now that we're taking away our main spot, which is here, which is 95% of guys are just going to rip the ball right there or rip the ball right here with their power. I mean, even college and pro players hit hard angle. If it hits this seam, we just got to block that or touch that. I mean, Roan's just got to get better at that. Jaren, nice pass, stepping up, but I don't understand why after we pass it, we just stand there and watch. Two guys just standing, watching. At least middle back's kind of going. Jaren, you're still standing. I mean, look at this, dude. Standing. I'm gonna highlight this every single play because it's just not gonna score us. We got to transition points. You standing around and watching, I'm gonna highlight it every time because it's just not good. All right, Peter. Let's see. I mean, a little bit of twist there. It's a little bit of twist. I can see your numbers. I can see 33 on you. And then it disappears. So that's a good little twist. Hitting it pretty high. Still a little bit of a rebound. I mean, it's going to be hard to change this. It's going to take time, but you're going to generate a lot more power. See, your right hand is just straight up and down. You got to give it some time, but eventually you'll get a lot more power if you kind of keep it level. You can use a lot more torque. So there you get a little twist, keeping it high, snapping it pretty deep. It's good. Not a bad hit, but don't expect, even Kyle, don't expect him to kill this ball. Turn around and like cover yourself. I mean, you just can't expect him to kill the ball.